The hooded crow, Corvis cornix, is the same size as its near relative species, the carrion crow, Corvis corone, but much of its plumage is pale grey, compared to the carrion's all-black appearance. The head, throat, wings and tail of the hooded crow are black, as are its bill and legs, the rest a distinctive slate grey. The juvenile has more black plumage than the adult, often with patches of brownish grey hue where fuller grey panels will later develop. Here you can see 2 adult parents and 3 juveniles at the coast in County Down. That reflects a typical egg quota of 3 to 6 per mating pair. The male feeds the female while she incubates for 17 to 19 days. Chicks fledge or fully grow their flight-capable feathers by day 32 to 36. The length of the hooded crow is 48 to 52 centimeters or 19 to 20 inches. Their wingspan is around 105 centimeters or 41 inches and their weight half a kilo. At a distance they can look similar to another relative species in the same habitat, the jackdaw, Corvis mongula, which is comparatively smaller at 33 to 34 centimeters long. Both species are often seen alone or in pairs, especially in winter, and the jackdaw also has grey plumage around the face and nape. The key distinction at a distance is the silhouette. The jackdaw has a smaller, straight, almost equilateral beak, while the hooded crow has a long, larger, downward curving beak. The town familiar jackdaw is also more likely to tolerate the close proximity of people than the hooded crow, often within as little as 2 meters, perched at open feeding spots like parks and beaches. Its bright grey eyes contrast markedly with the dark brown eyes of the hooded crow. The hooded crow replaces the carrion crow in northern and western parts of Europe. It is plentiful in Scotland, Ireland and the Isle of Man, yet in England and Wales it is more of an occasional visitor to the east coast. In the summer, this omnivorous bird prefers grazing in open lowlands and highlands, feeding on small mammals, invertebrates and vegetable matter. In winter, the hooded crow often resorts to coastal feeding along the tide line, eating shellfish, breaking their shells by dropping them from the wing, and in warmer months the opportunistic finds of smaller birds, and eggs like those of gulls and puffins, which they obtain by watching and waiting for adults to leave the nest or burrow. Hooded crows show some remarkable intelligence in the form of planning their feeding behaviour, stashing snacks in a chosen hide, like a roof gutter opening, to be consumed later. This also requires them to be vigilant of watchful rival crows stealing their stash. In early spring, the nest is constructed across 2 weeks by both parents, from sticks, twigs, and occasionally discarded human items like wire or cord, then lined with moss, wool or fur to create a thermal liner for incubating the eggs. Eggs are laid between March and May. Even after hatching, the female continues to maintain the structural integrity of the nest. Crows are passerines or perching birds. Their feet physically lock around a perch at rest, requiring therefore little energy to hold on. This explains why you can see them in trees that are battered by the wind, yet the crow remains steadfast in their hold. Their waterproof feathers can be puffed to provide an insulating internal layer of warm air in cold spells. Hooded crows generally stay with one partner for life, and through the seasons you may notice the same pair in your garden or local park, a familiar and warming sight for those who appreciate them. They can live between 4 and 17 years. Crows do take the death of a group member seriously and have often been witnessed surrounding a deceased bird. It is suggested the group are learning from the death, awareness of the danger of a time and place. You should wait until after dark to remove and bury a deceased crow, as this will upset them the least. Crows will buzz and swoop on people should they unwittingly venture too close to a nest or a fledgling learning its independence. The call of the hooded crow, like the carrion crow, is a repeated, often heard easily at daybreak. Its flight is slow and usually direct, choosing to fly to each new location by line of sight, although they will often make use of local strong winds to hang from their ample wingspan and survey feeding opportunities below. The speed of flight can be something between 30 and 40 miles per hour. Having once been hunted keenly on farmland, the hooded crow now enjoys legal protections which ensure healthy populations of these birds. In the continually connected cultures of Scotland and Ireland, hooded crows are associated with fairies. Smallholder farmers and shepherds would consequently offer them food to spare their crops and animals, rather than attempt to kill them. Most likely, observations of the crow's intelligence and iconic appearance afforded it an otherworldly privilege not offered to other birds, not least its cunning behaviour and learning skills. This includes the well-documented behaviour of crows leaving gifts for their chosen human. In Ireland, the crow is also seen as a symbol of resilience, where even in storms they appear in our skies, tossed and buffeted by strong winds which they yield to, yet master, to reach their destination. Their corps above the rage of the storm is a symbol of defiance and the vitality of survival.